During the last race at Imola, while trying to catch up to the leaders, Lewis misjudged the braking grip on the damp line approach to Tosa and slid off to the gravel. It was a small mistake, but any trip through a gravel trap can have big consequences. On most gravel traps, the car sinks into the sand and gravel. With so much power from an F1 engine, any attempt to drive ends up with the rear wheels just spinning and sinking deeper. The car gets stuck. Game over. Somehow, Lewis managed to back out of it. He was either lucky, or he is that skilled. He is a 7-time champion after all. So, was it luck? Or was it skill? We think it was a combination of luck, experience, presence of mind, and skill. But mostly skill. And we will dissect this on this episode. Before we continue, let us welcome you to the Racing News Bits channel. We are a small channel, so please support us by clicking subscribe. Recently, during pre-season testing, this happened, showing how easy it is for these cars to get helplessly bogged down over sand and gravel.
This is important to get rear stability, and he doesn't have it. I was just about to say,
piece of timing
you
there.
Want good rear stability on the entry into 13, and he didn't, got away from it.
And has he beached? The rear tyre doesn't look to be beached, but the minute he puts his foot on the throttle, it sinks down. This will be a red flag.
Perhaps a key factor, unlike the fine Bahrain desert sand, the gravel traps at Imola have larger sand grains and pebbles that do not give in as easily as the sand traps in Bahrain do. And because of the rainy conditions, the gravel is wet, so it is more compact, offering more resistance. Let's revisit race footage and analyze what happened, to see how Lewis masterfully escaped gravel this time around. Over gravel, the trick to survive bogging down is to not bog down in the first place, to not lose momentum, and to absolutely not stop. But the car is heading to the wall. What to do? Let's watch the video.
9th place. Oh, and sliding off the road.
Lewis's reflex is to slow down the car. But you'd be dead in the water if the car stops. He slows the car down, well short of the wall. Showing presence of mind, just before the car fully stops, he accelerates towards the wall, hoping to reach the asphalt next to the wall, where grip would be much better. The acceleration burnout is also to swing the rear around to turn the car. But he does not quite make it, and the front wing clips the barriers.
Out goes the Mercedes of Lewis Hamilton.
Oh,
and I think he might be, unless he can find reverse, and he's kept the engine running. This is absolute disaster for Lewis Hamilton.
Big problem. Broken front wing, wall in front, gravel behind, nowhere to go.
Broken front wing anyway, of course. Unfortunately, but
he very slowly backs out of the wall, careful not to go back to the gravel. He goes into the gravel anyway. But crucially, he keeps one wheel out of the gravel. Luck, or precise estimate, or team radio instructions, we do not know for sure. Remember, this is an F1 machine that can reverse quickly. And don't forget also that this is on a very tense, high adrenaline, chaotic moment for any driver to figure out something quickly.
yeah, he needed reverse before he needed first there.
Then he does another burnout attempt to turn the car. You can see him lock the steering wheel, and the rear wheel spins. But he stops it right away. He probably realizes the car is not sliding around like it would on an asphalt donut trick, so he would be going to the wall again, so he stops it immediately. Again, either luck or heightened estimate and reaction. We think it is the latter.
And these cars have got horrendously poor steering lock on them because the front tyres are so wide. The exact opposite to a London taxi, for example. And Lewis's pace had been sensational on the previous lap.
So whilst Verstappen carries out on in front, extending his advantage.
That avenue closed. What to do next? There is no other choice but to back out his way through the gravel trap. How does he do it? Very carefully, of course. And what about sinking deeper after a wheel spin? Remember that he still has one tyre on the hard asphalt road. So he can reverse without digging a hole on both rears. The grip from the right rear is enough to start the car moving back. Lewis masterfully uses that small momentum to carry speed through the gravel.
Metre by metre, Hamilton is sat trying to escape from the gravel trap and the runoff road, and
he still has to control the throttle to not spin the wheels through all that loose gravel. In reverse, while his entire attention is on listening to team instructions on radio, the mirrors, and driving backwards to the right place. As you can see on the video, there is barely any rear wheel spin throughout.
Just try and find a way out of this situation.
Yeah, he realises, I mean, it's effectively a front-wheel drive car right now, isn't it, as he reverses out. Smart thinking. He put so few revs on, he knows that as soon as you spin the wheels, you start digging yourself.
So, after seeing all these, how did Lewis do it? He did it with a combination of many things: the benefit of experience going through gravel in his many years driving these cars, the presence of mind to not lose momentum, and get into hard surface no matter what, a perfectly judged and controlled reverse that kept one wheel off the gravel, and the mastery to not spin the wheels while completely focused on driving in reverse. Masterclass indeed. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to be alerted to new videos like this.